Hello everyone. Just give it a second. I just want to make sure my live pops up and I'm good. It looks like I'm clear on the screen. I'm doing a quick sound check before we get started. Do I sound okay? Pop in, say hello. Hello, Marcy. Hello, Patty. If you are catching the replay, go ahead and skip a few minutes ahead where I'm just popping in and saying hello to everybody. Welcome, everybody. Sounds great. Okay, let's go ahead and officially get started. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Cards by TLC. My name is Tammy Savello, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area. And today is Thursday, October 20th, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we are streaming here live right here on YouTube. So if you are catching me on the replay, like I said, go ahead and skip a few minutes ahead of time. So it gives me a chance to say hello, everybody. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Nell. Glad you guys are here and joining me today. Hope everybody's having a great afternoon. I am going to do this the best I can. I'm still having the vision problem, but we're mucking through it. So we are here. We're going to create and have fun. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we are going to be creating two super cute projects. Of course, using the gnomes. I'm kind of obsessed with these gnomes. And we are going to be playing with gnomes and pumpkins today. So I have two projects for you. Hello, Vicky. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, is it blurry? Just doing a quick check, making sure that we are okay. I don't know why the connection. Are we blurry? Are we okay? Hopefully, it looks a little blurry on my end. Okay, you did a refresh and it looks perfect now. Okay, let's go ahead and play with the gnomes. Again, I started out when I first got the gnome set, I was like, okay, we're gonna stamp the gnomes, cut them out of the amazing designer paper that comes with it. It comes with these outlined gnome images that actually cut out the little gnomes. It does the little mushroom house and stuff like that. So I probably will be playing with that next. But look at the detail on these Build-A-Gnomes. I'm not gonna lie, this has become kind of like an addicting type situation. You start playing with the hat and you start playing with their boots and their pants and changing out the colors with designer paper. But if you look very closely on the dies, it actually shows up better on the die. You will see where you can add your liquid glue to glue on the hat, to glue on the nose. And on the pants, you just do it right there. So I love the detail of these dies, the intricacy of the gnome beard and the embossing that these dies do are incredible. And again, we're going to be pairing it with Hello Harvest. So we're going to be playing with the pumpkin today. Let me go ahead and push this off to the side and show you our very first project. Love it. So I fell in love. My favorite Disney princess is Cinderella. So Cinderella always reminds me of the blue pumpkins. So I really wanted to play with the blue pumpkins. So I just kind of paired everything with the blues and the greens and just kind of made it a nice, warm, soft image. And this designer paper is perfect because it looks like grass with little flowers in it. So I loved this paper. This is our 6x6 color family designer paper, and the floral on each design, I love it. So this is Pear Pizzazz. So let's go ahead and pull out our projects for today. And our supplies, not our projects. We've already seen the project. So the inks that we are using, like I said, oopsie. And I dropped my bucket of goodies. Hold on just one second. There we go. Okay, so the inks that we are using today are Balmy Blue for the sky and for this pumpkin. And then Pool Party for this second pumpkin. And then the sentiment is stamped in Soft Succulent. So we will go ahead and put these off to the side. And then I've already, to save us some time and for my eye purpose, I went ahead and pre-cut out our gnome pieces that we need here. And did I lose the nose? Bear with me. I may have lost a little nose, but I think I have. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then I've already pre-stamped and pre-cut out the pumpkins, but we'll go ahead and stamp and color them on today. But why don't we go ahead and just start by building our cute little gnome. So let's go ahead and get these pieces out. And just making sure we are okay. I see that we might be having some connection issues. Are we good? Okay. Just making sure. So your choice of adhesive for these pieces are actually, you're definitely going to want to use your liquid multi-purpose glue because it allows that wiggle room and placement for your gnome. And I should probably have my silicone matte sheet out, but I don't have it nearby, so I don't want to detach. Like I said, you want to go ahead and add your glue right here along the edges, and then you place your little gnome. Now you can actually put the, you know what? I had the gnome nose underneath the hat on that. I'm actually going to put it on the outside today so it's more prominent. I kind of like the look of it on the outside. So we're going to see the difference in both of them. Those of you that have played with the gnome dies, what do you do? Do you put the nose on first or do you put the nose on second? I kind of like the placement of it on top. I think it shows out more, but if he wants to be more hidden, then you can certainly put that on first. No issues. Great. Okay, and let's go ahead and put his pants on and his boots. I cannot wait to play with the different designer papers for the hats and for the boots. I know Patty on here has played with some, and I believe a few others have played with them as well. So there's our cute little gnome. He's all ready to go. We'll just kind of put him off to the side. And let's go ahead and pull out our stamps and our other supplies. We're also going to be using a blending brush to do the sky background. And of course our Stampin' Blends. And the two stamp sets are from the Hello Harvest. And we are using the pumpkin and You Are Such a Blessing for today. And let us go ahead and let's go ahead and pull out the other pieces of the project. So I'm kind of go over that really quick. I have everything already pre-cut for us today. So we are using card base, and this is in mint macaron, and this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. You know me and my top folds, that's usually what I go for. And then we have a layer piece for our blending and for our scene at 4 by 5 1/4 of basic white. We have a secondary piece 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. And then we have a 1 and I believe it's a 1/4 inch. Yes, 1 1/4 inch strip of Pear Pizzazz from the 6 by 6 color family. And then a 1/2 inch by 4. Both of these are by 4 inches wide. So that goes that. And then I have a separate piece that I'm going to be doing my stamping on. let's go ahead and do that. So what I did is you can certainly stamp it with the Memento Black, but I liked the tone on tone look to it, the softness look to it. So I'm going to stamp my first pumpkin in Balmy Blue. And there we go. And then clean that off. And then my second pumpkin is going to be stamped in Pool Party, Marcy's favorite color. I know. I really... a whole bunch of builder dies. I saw a snowman builder, and I think Patty sent me the video on it. And it's like, why can't we have lots of cute builder stuff? I love the builder things. I never used to. But as Patty said, and they kind of remind me of playing with paper dolls as a little girl. So I absolutely love that. Okay, and are we clear, guys? I hope we're still good to go on that. Like I said, my vision is a little blurry right now and in my right eye, but hopefully it will eventually heal itself. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out our Stampin' Blends. And actually I used crumb cake for the top of our stem. So let's go ahead and color in our stems. And what I did was for the coloring of these is I just kind of haphazardly just kind of brushed color, so to speak, to give it kind of like that rustic old pumpkin. I didn't color it in. You certainly can color it in its full capacity, but I like the look of kind of like the rustic brushed look. So we are just slapping some color on here and just giving it that rustic look. Like I said, Cinderella is my favorite princess, and I definitely love, love, love blue. Obviously, blue is my favorite color, but blue pumpkins are super cute. They're kind of in this year, so. Okay, so we have done that, and with the magic of film, let me just show you really quick the die that goes with it. The dies that come in the bundle have this outlined pumpkin. And what I did was I went ahead and just pre-cut those out. And like I said, with the magic of film, we have those babies already done. Thank you, Heather. Hello. Okay, and there we have that. And I did not get all of the dies, so I didn't pre-cut the second set of dies for the other pumpkins. So we're going to cheat, and we're going to just kind of pretend that that is Pool Party. And that is actually Mint Macaron. So we'll just play with that color today. I thought I had these already pre-cut out, and I want to not take up time fighting with the adhesive sheets on here. You definitely, when you die cut these intricate stems, I would definitely highly recommend using the adhesive sheets on that. Just for your own sanity purposes. And I really loved the way that these little squirrely stems come down the pumpkin. But you definitely want to do that because that creates the sticker. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. And voila, those two pieces are done. Let's go ahead and pull out our 4 by 5 1/4 sheets for our background, and we're going to go ahead and do some background blending. And I used the Balmy Blue on this. So let's go ahead and do that. Now don't worry about, as always, sizes and dimensions will be on my blog post tomorrow. So you can just sit and enjoy. And tune in tomorrow to my blog if you want to recreate these. And all the sizes and dimensions, including this video, will be on there. Just kind of blend that out. I find blending so like calming, and it's so much fun. I know Marcy on here is obsessed with blending, so she loves to blend, and I know Patty does, and I believe Heather really likes to blend too. So all my stamping friends. That's the beauty of this community, you guys. I joined 8 years ago and never thought I would have the closest, bestest friends in the world through this community. We have an incredible community. And if you want to be part of this community, we have an extra special going on this month till October 31st. Our join special is $99, and typically we get $125 worth of product that we get to choose, but we actually have a bonus of $155 worth of product, free shipping, a free paper pumpkin kit, 2 free months of our website. So if you're interested, all of the details are on my blog under Join My Community, and I would love to be able to have you as part of my Tender Loving Crafters community. But like I said, the friendships here are completely amazing and I would not have it any other way. So that is done. Let's go ahead and bring in our designer paper. And again, this is cut at 1 1/4 by 4, and it makes the perfect grass, in my opinion, and it's got little flowers attached. Vicky, you cannot be intimidated by those brushes. They are amazing. The key with the brushes are, so a tip and a trick, it actually is that I do, and I didn't do it today, but typically I'll take a clear block, put some ink on it, and build off of that. And then you definitely want to have a piece of scrap paper off to the side and not do too much pressure, and just kind of start off. And the key is to build up to get that background, but don't let this intimidate you. If I can help you in any way, please let me know and I'll walk you through that. So there is our little grass, and so now we have our little pumpkins, and Patty gave me the idea to have one pumpkin behind the other, so it gives it that optical illusion, but I don't want to miss out on my gnome, so I'm going to go ahead and put my gnome down first. You can pop him up with Stampin' Dimensionals, certainly, but I'm just going to go ahead and glue him directly down. There is that. And then we are going to do our our greenish pumpkin behind here, and then our blue pumpkin right there. And I'm kind of doing a no-no. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this sentiment. I should have done that next, just in case I have a boo-boo. So we're going to pray to the gods that it is going to be okay. And I kind of see, let's stamp that off. Okay, good. We are good to go. And I am stamping this in soft succulent. So we are going to go ahead and pray that it's okay. And we're good. Whew. Typically, I would not build after the fact, but, or typically I, whew, that was a little scary. Making sure I did all that. So get all these put away and out of the way. And let's continue on with our pumpkin. I'm excited because next month our Stampin' Up conference, our one-day in-person conference, is going to be in Anaheim, and I get to go to Disney and see my princess live. So I'm excited about that. There we go. Let's go ahead and put our scenery on our card base. Go. And typically I would put Stampin' embellishments there, but I kind of like it just as is. Let's go ahead and do the inside. Again, we have a 1/2 inch strip by 4 that I like to always put at the bottom of the inside to use up some scraps so you don't have waste. We don't have waste here. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and not do a sentiment on the inside. Because I kind of think it says itself. You're such a blessing. It could be a thank you card. It could be just a thinking of you. It could be a friendship card. But we'll go ahead and do that on the inside. And our first project will be done. And that corner is a little wonky. Get some glue there. Perfect. There we go. There is project number 1. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Cute. Super duper cute. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So let's go ahead and move on to project number 2. So project number 2, originally I created this little guy kind of hiding behind a couple of branches and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm not a fan of all this little extra white space. So I started playing and then I added more branches. So now he's really looking like he's hiding in the bushes. And I was like, I think I want to up it a little bit more. So I did a 2-tone bush, and so I did Pear Pizzazz and Mossy Meadow, and I really, really, really loved the 2-tone. But you guys can tell me what you guys think. Do you like the minimal bushes? Do you like all of the Pear Pizzazz, or do you like the combo of the 2 colors? I really, really, really love the combo of the 2. You're going to make this card after my live. Oh, yay. I love it when people case my projects. That's such an honor. So I'm going to show you how to do the 2-tone today, but I can kind of show you what I did with the others, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the 2-tone today just because I really like you like the minimal one. Okay. Is it too much? I think the middle and the right ones are the best. All cute. Perfect. Funny how we all kind of have different views. Like the 2-tone. I like the 2-tone as well. So I'll kind of walk you through the process of all 3. But again, we're building our gnome, and I chose Mary Merlot, the same designer paper, the 6x6 color family paper. So we have our Mary Merlot, And then this designer paper is from the Storybook Gnomes designer paper, but I thought it would be good to try something new, and I added the Mary Merlot designer paper. I'm going to put that behind there so we can kind of see the difference. But let's go ahead and put together this. And then this I went ahead and pre-embossed. This is from the Quatrefoil tile embossing folder out of our annual catalog. And I loved this. I just thought it was a very whimsical looking embossing. So I went ahead and pre-embossed that. So let's go ahead and get out our pieces for this project. Again, we have our pieces for our gnome. Let me put those off to the side really quick. And I'll pull them in as we kind of stamp. So we have our gnome pieces again. Again, this is Mary Merlot in the 6x6 color paper. And then we have our gnome beard and our nose and our pants. And then we have, again, a 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2 top fold. We have our embossed piece at 4 by 5 1/4. We have this piece, which is, what do I have this piece at? Balmy Blue is 3 by 4 1/4. And then I have a basic white piece, and that is 2 3/4 by 4. We have our strip of designer paper, and as you can see in this one, I used the Storybook snowflakes, but I thought it would make it more poppy if I did that behind there. And then we have the inside pieces, and then our little sign that he's holding. This piece is, I have it by 3/4 by 2 1/8, and then this one is 5/8 by 1 3/4. Again, all the sizes and dimensions will be on my blog post tomorrow. So let's start with building our little gnomey. And we will tuck, you know what, we tucked his nose under there. Let's do what we did last time and put the nose on top. So let's go ahead and get our glue out and glue down his hat. And I don't want to overkill it, just enough to get his hat on. Patty, when you were building your gnomes, did you tuck his nose underneath or did you put his nose on top? Kind of like to see what people, you may have told me, but I missed that comment. There is his nose, and then his pants and his boots. Just do it right on top. And I line up the center of his beard in between his boots to make him even. Okay, there is our gnome. And let's go ahead, and since we have this piece right here, let's glue down our inside strip to our inside piece. There we go. And let's go ahead and do some stamping. So, as I said before, I did little trees, and where I got this from is from the Christmas season stamp set, and I believe this is in our annual catalog, and I used this little bush piece. Now we have amazing pieces that we could actually die cut, and you can actually die cut the branches out. We have different bundles that you can pull those branches off of and glue those down. But I just wanted something quick and easy and simple. And you know me, I like quick and simple. So we're going to start off with our pear pizzazz. And what I did was I just started randomly. Another reason why I wanted to build this gnome, I just kind of wanted to see how far down I wanted to come with my bushes and branches. But pear pizzazz, and so I just randomly started doing these, and now since we're doing the two-tone, I'm kind of leaving a little bit of space right there that we can kind of build off of it. But if you were doing the single version, you certainly just do the placement wherever you want, wherever it stands out, and we just kind of build from there. So just see how it goes there. Let's do maybe one down here. Oops. And that's good on the pear pizzazz. Go ahead and clean this off. You like the nose on top. She did them behind, then the last one I put on top. Awesome. I kind of like it better too. Okay, so we're gonna kind of come in here, and I just kind of randomly put the bushes, and it does not have to be pretty at all because our gnome is going to go on top of that. I kind of like not doing that stamped there, so it kind of gives it a stamped off one. And there we go. And you guys can kind of build however you want, but that is the concept of what I did with him. And he's I made it a little bit more fuller, but that's okay. It's a card. It's a homemade card. So there we go. There is that. And now we can go ahead and finish piecing off of here. And then the warm wishes came from the from our Kindest Gnomes. So I pulled that sentiment from our Kindest Gnomes. And I am stamping that in Merry Merlot. And honestly, I just used scrap pieces and just trimmed them down. But I did measure it for the video purposes. So if people want exact measurements, those are done. Okay, there we go. And let's start building our scenery. Go. Get our gnome down. Yeah, fair warning, these are very addicting. And any type of scrap designer paper that you have just lying around, you can certainly, it does not take, they're not very big dies. As you can see, hold on, let me pull these out really quick. They're not very big pieces. So you can get very creative with your gnomes. Okay, there's that. And then we have our card base. Don't lose our gnome. Go. And like I said, I'm going to use the Merlot behind there because I think that's going to make it stand out quite a bit more. I love that blue, but this might give it that pop of color that this card needs. Go. And glue you down. And then I'll let you guys decide if you like that Mary Merlot or if you guys like the original storybook gnome snowflake ones. Go. These are so easy to put together. In fact, I think I'm going to be using these for my swaps for Anaheim. That goes on top. And my warm wishes, I'm going to go ahead and pop those up with Stampin' Dimensionals. And it looks like he's holding a little sign. And then our inside piece, and our projects will be done. There we go. Let's go ahead and bring in those two and our other projects so you get an idea what we created today. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the Merlot behind there, or do you like the blue behind there? Put in your votes. I would love to hear what you think and what... I thought it just needed a little bit more color. I thought that the snowflakes kind of got a little lost, but I mean, I could have even brought in the pear pizzazz. So you could use any color combo that you definitely want to use. And those are that. You loving the Mary Merlot behind. Totally love the Merlot. I do too. Yep. I think I thought it just kind of pulled it out and pulled the pop and stuff like that. So remember, again, all of my sizes and dimensions will be on my blog post tomorrow. And all of the products that I've used today will be there along with the description box below this video. And again, I hope you've enjoyed today's projects. I would love for you to make sure that you click the little like button on my video. That helps my channel grow. It helps me get out there. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. Again, I would be honored if you did that. Next week, I kind of have a special surprise. I don't know if he'll do it yet. He said possibly, but next Thursday is mine and Jim's 15th wedding anniversary, and I may have convinced him to stamp with me. So fingers crossed that he will be here with me live, stamping with me, and I'll kind of guide him and he'll build a card. We don't know what it's going to do. I certainly want to make sure that he is comfortable, but I think I might be able to convince him to stamp with us next week for our anniversary. So I told him, I was like, that's what I want for my anniversary. I want him to stamp with me. So we shall see. Fingers crossed, provided that he doesn't have a last minute work gig, but I think he's typically done by 4 o'clock. So if I have to push the live till 5, I'll push the live till 5. But again, thank you for joining me today. I hope you guys come back next week. Thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate it. Thank you, Patty. I love my crafting time with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed today's projects and come back next week and we shall see what we create next week. I'm not quite sure what we're using, but fingers crossed he'll be with me. So again, tomorrow at Cards by TLC on the 21st, The blog post will be up, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.